A man is getting ready to surf when something impossible catches his attention. The ocean suddenly pulls away from the shoreline at incredible speed, exposing the seabed. Realizing something is terribly wrong, he grabs his young daughter and runs as fast as he can. Around them, confused tourists finally notice the danger and begin fleeing too. But they're already out of time. Within seconds, a massive tsunami crashes into the coast. The enormous wave tears through streets, cars, and buildings, sweeping away everyone in its path. People shopping inside a beachfront mall are caught completely off guard as the floodwater explodes through the entrances, turning the entire building into a deadly trap. Before anyone could react, the tsunami interrupted everything, leaving criminals, workers, police officers, and shoppers fighting the same disaster. And anyone unable to reach higher ground disappears beneath the rushing water. When the chaos finally settles, only a handful of survivors remain stranded on top of supermarket shelves surrounded by deep floodwater. Josh immediately shifts into rescue mode. He helps pull an injured police officer onto higher ground and organizes the survivors instead of giving in to panic. Moments later, he spots someone struggling in the water. It's Tina. Without hesitating, he reaches down and drags her to safety before the current can pull her away. Survival is now the only thing that matters. Jamie also manages to reunite with her badly injured father. But before she can feel relieved, she remembers that her boyfriend Ryan was in the underground parking garage when the tsunami struck. She desperately wants to go after him, but nobody even knows if anyone down there could still be alive. As everyone catches their breath, they begin searching for a way out. One man suggests checking the loading dock at the back of the mall. The injured police officer refuses to let a suspicious survivor go because he had been caught stealing just before the disaster. Instead, a security guard volunteers to inspect the area himself. The guard carefully makes his way through the flooded store, only to discover that every exit has been completely blocked by wreckage. There is no easy escape. As he starts making his way back, Josh notices something strange moving beneath the surface. Years of experience around the ocean tell him this isn't drifting debris. Whatever is down there is moving with purpose. He immediately warns everyone to get back onto the shelves. Tina and her boyfriend barely make it to safety, but the security guard never realizes the danger until it's too late. Without warning, something enormous grabs him from below and drags him underwater. A few terrifying seconds later, he bursts back to the surface screaming, surrounded by blood. He desperately reaches toward the others, but before anyone can save him, his body suddenly goes limp right in front of their eyes. The survivors stare in complete horror as a massive great white shark slowly emerges beneath the water. The tsunami didn't just flood them all. It brought one of the ocean's deadliest predators inside with them. Everyone freezes as the massive great white shark circles beneath the flooded supermarket. Just moments ago, they believed the tsunami was their biggest problem. Now they realize they're trapped inside a building with a predator that has already tasted human blood. Josh quickly studies the situation instead of panicking. The shark keeps swimming through the aisles, waiting for another opportunity to attack. Since the flooded electrical system could make things even worse, Josh decides someone has to reach the main power controls before another disaster strikes. Tina immediately objects. Josh injured his hand during the tsunami, and fresh blood in the water could easily attract the shark. Instead, she turns to her new boyfriend, Daniel, insisting that he should do it. He doesn't want to risk his life, arguing that he isn't part of the mall staff. But with nobody else willing to volunteer, everyone begins preparing him for an almost impossible mission. Using shopping baskets, wire mesh, and anything else they can find, the survivors build a crude protective suit. It looks better than nothing, but everyone knows it won't stop the bite of a 6-meter great white. Even Daniel understands that. Before climbing into the water, he quietly asks Josh to look after Tina if he doesn't make it back. Holding onto a makeshift breathing tube connected to the surface, Daniel slowly enters the flooded store. Every movement is careful. Every sound feels dangerous. The power switch is only a short distance away, but the shark is already patrolling nearby. For a moment, it seems like he might actually reach it. Then another problem appears. His air hose isn't long enough. The switch is still just beyond his reach. Daniel has only one choice. He pulls the tube from his mouth, holds his breath, and swims the remaining distance underwater. Somehow he reaches the electrical panel, and shuts off the main power just before running out of air. The survivors cheer, believing the worst is finally over. But Daniel never comes back up. The heavy metal suit meant to protect him becomes a deadly weight, dragging him deeper into the water. No matter how hard he struggles, he can't free himself. Tina watches helplessly as he slowly disappears beneath the surface. She breaks down in tears, realizing the decision she forced him into has cost him his life. The group barely has time to grieve before another problem demands their attention. The water keeps rising, and the shark continues circling beneath them. Waiting won't save anyone. Searching the ceiling, Josh notices a ventilation shaft high above the supermarket. If they can reach it, they may finally have a way out. They find a rope, hook it onto the metal grating, and everyone agrees to climb through the vent one at a time. The mall manager insists on going first. After a difficult climb, he manages to remove the vent cover. Just as he's about to crawl inside, dozens of spiders suddenly pour out onto him. Startled, he loses his grip and begins slipping toward the water. Before anyone can pull him back, the shark launches completely out of the water. Its jaws slam into the manager with unbelievable force, tearing him apart in a single attack. The horrifying sight sends everyone into panic. Several survivors lose their balance and fall into the water. For a terrifying moment, it looks like the shark will claim even more victims. Thinking quickly, one of the stronger survivors grabs what remains of the manager's body and throws it away from the others. The shark immediately changes direction, giving the people in the water just enough time to climb back onto the shelves. The escape plan has failed, and another person is dead. Realizing they can't keep running forever, the strong survivor comes up with a new idea. Instead of escaping the shark, they'll try to kill it. Inside one of the freezers, they find large pieces of meat and a heavy steel hook. His plan is simple, but incredibly dangerous. They'll hide the hook inside the bait, wait for the shark to swallow it, then use a rope to trap the animal before it can attack again. The only problem is that someone has to swim through shark-infested water to collect everything they need. Josh is ready to volunteer immediately, but before he can jump in, the injured police officer tries to stop him, determined to protect the others himself. What happens next catches everyone completely off guard. Sorry for the interruption. If you're enjoying this video, I'd really appreciate your support. I'm only 700 subscribers away from monetizing my channel, so please consider subscribing. It only takes a second and helps me a lot. The police officer is ready to risk his own life for everyone else. But before he can climb down, his daughter Jamie suddenly dives into the flooded supermarket herself. She refuses to let her injured father become the next victim. The splash immediately gets the shark's attention. Within seconds, the giant predator changes direction and charges straight toward her. The survivors scream and bang on the shelves, hoping the noise will distract it, but this time the shark doesn't even hesitate. Jamie barely reaches a nearby counter before the shark crashes into it with incredible force. As the jaws snap toward her, she grabs a heavy meat tenderizer lying nearby and slams it directly onto the shark's head. The unexpected blow stuns the animal for just a few seconds. That's all the time she needs. She grabs the frozen meat along with the massive steel hook and races back toward the rope. The shark quickly recovers and comes after her again, but the people above pull with everything they have, dragging her back onto the shelves just before the shark can reach her. Everyone breathes a sigh of relief. Jamie has survived, and now they finally have everything needed to fight back. Josh and the strong survivor carefully tie the hook to a heavy rope before hiding it inside the chunk of meat. The shark returns and swims directly toward the floating bait. Everyone grips the rope, waiting for it to bite. Instead, the shark ignores the meat completely. It isn't interested in dead flesh anymore. After feeding on people, it now wants live prey. Before anyone can think of another plan, one of the survivors suddenly pulls out a handgun. The injured police officer instantly recognizes him. He isn't just another stranded shopper. He's the second robber who escaped during the tsunami by switching masks with his partner. With a gun pointed at everyone, the criminal grabs one of the female store employees and drags her toward the edge of the shelf. He intends to throw her into the water as living bait, so the shark will attack her instead. Josh tries to intervene, but the robber immediately points the gun at him. Just as the woman is shoved toward the water, the strong survivor attacks from behind. With one powerful stab, he drives a knife straight through the robber's body. The criminal collapses, but the danger isn't over yet. The woman is still moments away from becoming shark food. Working together, the survivors pull her back to safety before the shark can reach her. The strong survivor then makes a ruthless but necessary decision. He drives the steel hook into the dying robber's body and throws him into the flooded supermarket. The shark instantly charges toward the fresh body. In one massive bite, it swallows the criminal. Then the trap finally works. The steel hook lodges deep inside the shark's mouth, and the survivors pull the rope tight, anchoring the enormous predator in place. For the first time since the tsunami, they actually have the shark under control. Believing they've finally created a chance to escape, everyone begins climbing down from the shelves. That's when Jamie suddenly hears faint knocking coming from somewhere above. She listens carefully. The sound isn't random. Someone is trying to signal for help. She immediately realizes it has to be Ryan, her boyfriend, who was trapped in the underground parking garage when the tsunami hit. Ignoring every warning, she rushes toward the sound. Unable to follow because of his injuries, her father begs Josh to go with her. Josh agrees without hesitation. Meanwhile, Josh and Jamie seal the stairwell doors behind them to slow the rising water before swimming toward the underground parking area. They have no idea another deadly surprise is waiting below. Josh and Jamie swim through the flooded lower levels of the mall before forcing open a heavy fire door. The moment it opens, a powerful surge of water throws them into the underground parking garage. Jamie immediately spots Ryan alive on top of a stranded car. Overjoyed, she starts swimming toward him, but Ryan desperately yells for her to stop. The shark is down there too. Josh and Jamie quickly climb onto another nearby car, just before the giant predator crashes into it. The impact shakes the vehicle so violently that Josh loses his footing and falls into the water. The shark instantly turns toward him. Before it can attack, Jamie grabs Josh's arm and hauls him back onto the car at the very last second. As they catch their breath, Jamie suddenly remembers something important. The car they're standing on belongs to her father, and he always keeps weapons inside. That small detail gives them their first real chance to fight back. Josh searches through the flooded vehicle as quickly as he can. After digging through the back seat, he finds a shotgun along with a stun gun. Without wasting another second, he climbs back onto the roof and fires at the shark. He misses. The powerful recoil knocks him backward, and once again he crashes into the water. This time there is nowhere to run. The shark charges directly toward him with its jaws wide open. Instead of panicking, Josh waits until the very last possible moment. As the shark lunges, he thrusts the shotgun barrel straight into its mouth and pulls the trigger. The blast explodes inside the shark's head, killing it instantly. The enormous predator that had terrorized everyone in the mall finally sinks beneath the water. For a brief moment, Josh, Jamie, and Ryan believe the nightmare is finally over. But back inside the supermarket, the remaining survivors are facing another disaster. The second shark, which had been trapped on the hook, continues thrashing violently. While everyone is distracted, it finally tears itself free. At the same time, the group discovers another problem blocking their escape. A large truck has become wedged against the emergency exit, sealing the only path out of the building. The strong survivor quickly notices a damaged electrical battery near the main switchboard. He comes up with a risky plan. If they overload the battery, the explosion might blast the truck out of the way and reopen the exit. Just as Josh and the others return from the parking garage, the plan is explained to everyone. They only need enough time to activate the power and get clear before the explosion. But nature isn't finished with them yet. Another earthquake suddenly shakes the damaged mall. Concrete crashes from the ceiling as the entire building trembles. Everyone barely avoids being crushed, but the violent shaking creates an even bigger problem. The hooked shark finally breaks completely free. Now angrier than ever, it charges directly toward the survivors. Josh shouts for everyone to move while grabbing the shotgun again. He pulls the trigger. Nothing happens. The gun jams. With only seconds before the shark reaches him, Josh throws the useless weapon aside. As the giant predator launches toward him, he flips backward, pulls out the stun gun, and fires at exactly the right moment. The electric charge shoots straight into the shark's body. The massive animal convulses violently before collapsing into the water, finally defeated. With both sharks dead, Josh yells for the power to be switched back on. The electrical current reaches the damaged battery. A massive explosion rips through the blocked exit, blasting the truck out of the way and opening a path to freedom. The exhausted survivors rush out of the collapsing mall just as rescue helicopters finally arrive overhead. Outside, the entire coastline has been reduced to rubble by the tsunami, but the people who made it through know they've been given another chance at life. Jamie and Ryan survive the disaster together, while the remaining survivors leave the destroyed mall forever changed by everything they witnessed. Against impossible odds, they escaped not only one of the deadliest natural disasters imaginable, but also two giant great white sharks trapped inside the flooded mall. Sorry, but this is important. Guys, it's been a few weeks since I've been posting videos on this channel, and the response has been really good. But my channel still isn't monetized, and I only need about 350 more subscribers. It's really important because I make videos on this thing. Now you might relate. So if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. And if you'd like to show a little extra support, you can also use super thanks. Thank you so much, it really means a lot.